Good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, July the 18th. The time right now in Singapore is 1:33 in the afternoon. Today's recording is a little bit late because I'm having problem with my home Wi-Fi. And anyway, let's get started. Overnight market was pretty quiet. Basically, the market has been waiting for the release of the US retail sales report tonight, and this is the highlight for the week itself. We can see although the market is quiet, the market did actually attempt to rally. We're talking about the equity markets. US equity markets again went into a new high for the year. However, the Dow Jones did not quite follow through. The Dow Jones did not break into the new high for the year. It is close. The year high was registered in January of this year. That was 34,712, and the highest traded last night was 34,665.15, and it ended on the 4 hours time frame with a very minor reversal signal here. That could be telling us something about what it intends to do tonight. Okay, so basically watch out for the retail sales tonight, which will be out at 8:30 p.m. Singapore time. Market is expecting an increase of 0.2% from the last month May number of 0.3 to 0.5 in June. So this is a slight marginal increment. But however, when you look at the retail sales since the beginning of the year, it has been going in and out of the zero line. So meaning to say that US consumption level, it is not very stable. So unless a number surprise to the upside in a big way or to the downside in a big way, the market may not necessarily react violently. Okay, so a violent reaction will be a miss by a large degree. So do watch out for tonight's retail sales number. In the Dow Jones itself, the market high at 34,665 is to me a great counter trend trade setup, because the top side for this move to me is 34,712. Unless the market take out this level, it is likely to favor the downside in my opinion. So I am a little bit biased to the downside for now in the Dow Jones. If the market do retrace, I have a target between 33,500 to 33,700 range, and that is about 1,000 points to the downside if I'm right. And that's the reason why I say this is a great counter trend setup. Okay, but this is obviously my opinion only. Okay, in the S&P 500, we saw the S&P 500 continue to edge higher into a new high for the year at 4,532. And this is again within a bracket of prices which I have mentioned many times that it is vulnerable to the downside. This bracket of prices starts at 4,512 to 4,537. You can see that the high here I marked with a bold red horizontal line at 4637.30. So unless this level is taken up, I am going to maintain a slightly bearish outlook with a outlook for a test of the nearby support at 4,328.8. okay, so which is this horizontal blue line you see on my screen here. Now in the Nasdaq 100, we also have the same thing. We have a marginal high for the year at 15,745.67 overnight, and this is possibly slowing down in terms of the aggressiveness in pushing the this index higher. My target, if it ever continue to edge higher, will be 16,265.87. And again, I am a little bit biased to the downside, although we have no clear-cut signal that it is going to come off yet. Okay, but currently at this current price, it's no longer viable to chase the market further. Okay, so in my opinion, the odds is beginning to shift to the downside. I hope the market will roll over, and all we need is a catalyst. Right now, we hope that the market would have this catalyst tonight with a retail sales. If the retail sales miss very badly, okay, then it will cause a major turnaround. Okay, of course, we are right now in the middle of the earnings season. We will have to wait for those reports coming in from the various companies. Okay, so we have to watch as well. Now over in Asia, we can see that the Nikkei is struggling. It is not making major move, although it has rebounded off this most recent low at 31,791. But you can see that it is obviously struggling. Either that or it is waiting for some kind of signal from Wall Street before it makes its next move. So right now there's nothing to see here for time being. And for those who are holding on to long Nikkei position, you want to be a little bit more defensive. Okay. Over in the Hang Seng, we see the market actually turn around after opening today. Yesterday market did not open because of the typhoon. So most exchange the exchange in Hong Kong actually was shut down for business. So today is a reaction, more like a catching up of yesterday's movement in the Chinese equity market. Yesterday we saw that the Shanghai Composite actually came off very aggressively on the back of the GDP numbers that suggest that Chinese economy, although the numbers looks relatively okay, but the underlying seems to be suggesting that the Chinese economy is could be in trouble. Okay, so we are seeing the reaction here in Hong Kong with a drop back to test the 19,000 level with a low so far at 18,979.9. So we have marginally breached the 19,000 level, although right now we are just barely hanging on, and a lot depends on the second half of the day. And over in the Shanghai Composite, okay, just to give you a reference point, yesterday we saw the market gap down on the release of the GDP numbers. Year on year, the GDP numbers is at 6.3%, a lot better than what market was looking at. But again, if you look for it on a more nearby perspective, it does suggest that other data is suggesting that Chinese economy may be slowly contracting. We see that inflation is almost non-existent at 0%, and the import-export numbers are suggesting that the overall trade has actually contracted in China. So this is not going to be good going forward. So the market is reacting right now. So the low traded this morning is back into the bracket of prices between the 1,983 to 1,195. So this bracket of prices must hold for the market to have any hope of a rebound. Still, we are not going to say that it is not going to have any chance at all. It all depends what happens in the later half of the day. If the market can actually close on a positive note, that could be laying the stage for a extended rally towards the 3,300 levels. Okay, then we will have to watch this market. Okay. And over in the dollar index, we can see the dollar index has stabilized. Last Friday, we can see that the dollar index has gone up to a 15-month low. So it broke the 100 level in the dollar index, and right now we see a little bit of rebound, but it looks very tentative, and there's every reason to suspect that it may continue to slide lower, perhaps tonight. Hopefully, we can see a more what you call it termination decline towards maybe the 98 or maybe even to the 99 levels. So again, if you have not already sold, this is not the time to sell the index, because this index right now is very vulnerable to a rebound. Okay, over in euro dollars, of course, the dollar has not turned around yet, so we can see principal currency continue to edge higher, but this is very dangerous right now. Euro dollar is at 112.60 right now, and it is within my bracket of area in which I think it's going to be vulnerable to profit taking. It is at the level of 112.10 to 113 even, so this level is actually very vulnerable as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so if you are long, you want to take some profit off the table, and if you want to go short, you have to wait for more confirmation. Right now there's no confirmation as yet. Okay, so look out for those confirmation in terms of the reversal signal in the candle bar. And over in sterling, market has eased off the most recent high at 131.42, and again this bracket of prices is where I have previously mentioned that it is vulnerable to the downside. It's 130.70 to 131.85. so the low traded so far is at 130.50. so let's see if we're going to see an extended decline in the sterling. Let's watch this move. Okay, and then in the Aussie has stabilized at 0.6785 and looks like the market is rebounding. There's a possibility this market may edge higher towards the 0.70 range, because overall this looks like a potential three-wave move, and is possibly targeting the 70 cents level. Dollar Canadian has a big rebound last weekend. We can see that the market stabilized on Friday at 131, just under 131 with a low of 130.92, and then it rebound very strongly to 132.30. So you can see this big move here is possibly signaling that we're going to see more of the upside potentially happening here, and the market, when it went at 132.30, it actually couldn't go much higher, because this bracket of prices does suggest that there are possibly technical sellers accumulating around here. So let's see what happens. The market either have another push higher, or it will continue to slide lower, and either way is still possible, so we have to watch. Okay, now over the dollar yen, for example, dollar yen is also stabilized. The market has fallen from 145 to 137.20. So the market has a bit of a rebound. Right now is looking to be a three-wave potential rally. And this three-wave doesn't look complete. Maybe it will continue to go higher beyond 139. 40 that we have seen so far, and immediately the bracket to watch will be 139.90 all the way to 140.160. So anywhere in between, possibly around 140 half will be the top side for this move. That will watch out for an extended move higher before it unravel to the downside. And this time, if it does unravel, I am confident enough to tell you that the next down leg is going to take out 137, perhaps somewhere in the 130, 132 levels. Okay, so we watch out. There's another potential, a few more 100 pips to the downside. Now, over in cryptocurrency, we see that the crypto has gone into a more consolidation. Overnight, we can see that Bitcoin has broken the $30,000 level for a moment before it bounced back up. Currently, is staying just above the 30,000 handle. So let's see. I am suggesting the market may actually dip lower, perhaps even lower than the June 30th low at $29,400, maybe into this bracket of prices, which I think possibly could be an area of catchment, and that area is 28,700 to 29,400 levels. So there is a possibility market may dip into this level and then have a very strong reaction to the upside. So get ready for some kind of firework to happen in Bitcoin. So this is all I have for you, and tomorrow I will give you another update. In the meantime, you take care, and I'll see you. Bye-bye.